GRTV, the cable access channel here in Grand Rapids, as well as the Rapidian, which is a local online sort of volunteer local news website. So, construction costs were $7,000.
Wow.
And the original name was the Pastime Vaudette.
What was it called? The Pastime Vaudette? Okay, that's what I heard.
Yep. And originally it would have been just this room of the theater. So everything beyond that ramp there was a separate building.
Oh, okay.
Because if you go outside, you'll notice there's a wood front.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a separate address originally. So the theater, as far as I understand it, the original layout was box office was here. Concessions were sold out of that little window.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then that area of the concession was just a wall, and there was an office back there. And in this corner was a bathroom and a spiral staircase up to the tech booth.
Wow.
So that was it. So it wasn't a very big.
Nothing too major.
No, but I mean, at that point in time, there were just a lot of little theaters like this built around the country. Now, at some point, I'm not sure exactly when, they changed the Varnall family bought it and changed the name to Wealthy Theater. I think like in the 1920s or so.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, 1920s.
So it stayed in operation until the early 70s, and then it shut down. I think it was used for a few different things, non-theater related, but basically just sat here rotting up until the 90s.
I heard it was used for storage at one point or something.
Yeah, I think there was a German restaurant next door that I think used it for, I don't know if they used it for extra seating or for storage or whatnot, but yeah, by the early 90s, some people in the community got together and got it declared a historic building, so that way the city couldn't tear it down. Because in the 90s, the city was talking about just tearing Wealthy Street down and putting up strip malls or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So they got that process, then they got some money. And the Wegge Foundation was one of the big contributors to that. So the theater reopened in '99.
Okay.
Go up to 420 if we put seats in that front pit or in this back row.
So is there like any weird stories, like spirit, hauntings or anything like that here?
No. There's really not any stories like that. In fact, we even had a group of ghost hunters that did an overnight stay in here. And they had all these cameras and equipment.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't, there are a few people that thought they felt things, but, they didn't.
I've never heard any stories about this place being haunted or anything, so.
No, they didn't find anything, obviously, I kind of take that stuff with a grain of salt.
Right, yeah.
The people that do get into it, yeah, they didn't find a whole lot here. And there's really not anything I can think of that happened that was terribly, as far as anybody ever getting hurt or any sort of tragedy associated with the building. If anything, I would think it's just associated with lots of people having a good time.
So is the ceiling everything original, or?
Yeah, they had to restore it. There was a significant amount of water damage in here.
Oh, okay.
So some of those, actually in our basement, we've got the molds.
Yeah.
To recreate some of these little elements, the spirals.
Oh, that's cool.
I was told as well that originally this room had 500 seats, but when they did the restoration, they pulled the proscenium forward because the original stage was only about 6 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
Now we've got 26 feet of stage, I think,
wow.
depth-wise, which means, so there's quite a bit of stage behind that screen, for live events. So a 6-foot stage wouldn't really do us much good. I'd much rather have the larger stage and fewer seats. And to be honest, most events, 400 is plenty for most events that we have.
So you guys do concerts and stuff in here?
We do anything that people want to do. We're a community venue, so
okay.
We don't create the programming for the most part, other than the Tuesday night movie, and even that's sponsored.
Wow.
The events just people come to us and say, hey, I'd like to put on a show, and we quote them a price and go from there. So I don't like to use the term rental because we're involved with every event. We provide staffing and stuff, so it's more than just a rental, like renting a room, but basically that's sort of what happens.
At least they're reusing the theater instead of tearing it down. They do a lot of things. I'm glad they restored this place.
Yep. So since 2005 we've we haven't changed the room in terms of the look, but we've added a lot of new technology, new sound systems. This is all new lighting. All these lighting instruments are LED.
Oh, okay.
These house lights, which I don't know when we're going to get them. Supposedly, there's some people making enclosures for us, so they'll be like translucent material, so they won't look like those light brights, basically. But that's LED lighting, so it can do all sorts of cool things. So I mean, there used to be like 5 times as many lights on those side trees, but
wow.
One of these LED ones, you can push a button, it changes color, changes so you don't use many of them.
That's pretty cool.
People ask about these balconies; they're just decorative. Those are actually the hot and cold air.
Oh, okay.
Vents. That's where the heating system pumps out the air.
Pretty good idea to do that.
Yep. So
I've seen the pictures, and I'm like, there's no way somebody could sit up there.
yeah. So like this floor in here had to be totally replaced. They also had to pull it out in order to put a new system in the basement. I mean, that thing's massive. These chairs are reproductions as well. These are not the original seats. Those are all too far gone. But they're pretty nice reproductions.
Very nice, yeah. You said this held how many at one point?
I think originally it was like 500 capacity. Now it's about 400.
Oh, okay.
So
it's nice. Definitely a nice job restoring this place.
yeah, what I was told, because I mean, obviously we weren't involved in that restoration in the late '90s. That there was about $1.5 million, which,
wow.
Frankly, I'm amazed that they got as much done, because when you start pricing out what a lot of this custom stuff costs,
yeah,
things get really expensive really fast. So, and also if you look at some of the pictures of how far down the building was,
yeah. Yeah, I definitely seen that. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I've never been in here before. I've lived in Grand Rapids my whole life, but I'm like, I gotta check this out. I got my own YouTube channel, so I do like historic sites around Grand Rapids and everything. And
now the story I was told was that there were 2 projectors like that when they started the restoration. They had fallen actually through the ceiling here.
Oh, wow.
The main lobby. And there was a fellow that restored one of them, and then they let him keep the other one as payment. Because in the old days, you would have always, if you could afford it, you would have had 2 projectors, because
yeah,
that's only about a 20-minute reel, and then it takes a few minutes to replace it. So you just switch between. You just sort of have to keep switching back and forth between projectors.
Oh, okay.
So that one's been restored to pretty much. I don't want to say running order, because obviously nobody's ever going to run this thing.
No.
It's all functional, like everything moves, and you can sort of see it's all.
Oh, that's
clean.
neat.
So you can open up this. This shows you that would have been your lighting source, a big rod with an electric current running through it, basically burning.
Burning.
Yeah. So these things were a bit of a fire hazard too.
Oh yeah. Made them awful big back then.
Yeah, well.
Wow.
Yep.
So who's the most famous person you think of that's been in this building?
That's a good question. I think, and obviously this was before we were involved. One of the very first events from the place where he opened, they had, I think it was Mickey Rooney was here.
Oh, wow.
As far as a national name.
Wow.
With 400 seats, it's hard to get anything super big. But, we've had people that are, just last month we had Christopher Titus came through here again, who's a comedian.
Yep, I've heard of him.
A show on Fox in the 90s.
Yep.
And with Laugh Fest coming up every year, they bring in some reasonably well-known comedians. In fact, a few years ago when Mark Maron was here doing his podcast, some of the people that showed up for that were the guys that perform at some of the bigger venues. So I think like Kevin Nealon was here and some other nationally known artists. But like I say, we're really here focusing more on the local.
Mm-hmm.
So
the local events so we
get to mix everything.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. One other thing to point out, one advantage this building had over a lot of other old theaters in town when it came to the restoration. So Peter Wegge, who was, sort of the main person behind the Wegge Foundation, he worked here as a teenager. One of his friends when he was a kid was Gordon Varnow, who was the son of the theater owners. So as a teenager, him and Gordon both worked here, and there's a thing about their story. And Gordon was an interesting character as well. He ended up, I think, being like a Air Force test pilot. So I mean, they both had pretty interesting lives. They're both, Gordon died several years ago, and Peter passed away just a year or two ago, I believe. So, it helps when you're restoring a building if one of the major philanthropists in town has an emotional connection to it.
Yeah, it does.
And the Wege Foundation has continued to support this place. And they support a lot of arts things. I don't want to imply that it's just like, because
Right.
it's also because they like what we do here, and that foundation does stuff.
It's good that you guys are giving back to the community, basically, and
Yep, that's why we're here. Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
a nonprofit. So, and the Wege Foundation, we had so when we took over from 2004 to 2007, we had a capital campaign in order to get enough money to pay off the debts incurred by the previous group, because that's sort of why they needed our help, but also to get a lot of money to improve. Because when we took over, there was a 35 millimeter projector upstairs, a couple handheld mics, and a not entirely functioning audio board. So we invested a lot, and have continued to invest money in all the tech systems. So like those new lights, the new soundboard,
wow.
movie sound, the projector we have is on par with like any other first run theater. It's a digital cinema compliant projector. So those are just the names of the donors from that. And then the last big campaign we had was in 2011, and that was our sustainability, the Centennial campaign, which was focused more on sustainability. So that's when we put the solar. Original. The rest of it was had to be recreated, and you can sort of tell because the older bits are a little darker. So like this part right here is older, but then you can see right here, all of a sudden, see how they get a little newer looking. And and also you can see it in the centerpiece. That half's old, that half's new.
Wow.
So people don't really notice it until they start looking, but you can tell that they had to recreate, particularly over in this area, quite a bit of this mosaic floor.
Man, this had to take some time to.
Oh yeah.
Did they do this all by hand?
I have no idea. I would assume you have to, but like I said, we weren't involved at that point.
Wow.
In the 90s. And sort of the whole revival of Wealthy Street. I mean, this wasn't the only thing, but this was definitely one of the main components of that. So like when this reopened in 99, that was the same year they redid the streets out here, put in the brick, put in the nice curbs and the trees. So this was one of the first things on this block. The Beermeister building next door was the very first thing that was kind of restored. This followed and kind of heralded in a lot of the other.
I love it because they're revitalizing the whole neighborhood and stuff. Definitely need it.
That mirror was original to the building. You'll see that in some of the pictures of what it used to look like.
Oh, okay.
So,
wow. Beautiful.
So like I said, this was originally a different building. When they did the restoration, they combined it so we had extra lobby space and other rooms.
Oh yeah.
Here's a couple of examples. So here you can see sort of so there's the side of the stage and that.
Okay.
Thing in the door, and you can see how bad the shape of the walls were.
Wow.
This building was totally trashed. I mean, this is what that office that Jess is sitting in right now. That's what it looked like.
Wow.
This is if you were in the main auditorium facing toward the back. So like the tech booth is up there. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And then here's the front of the building. You can see. So this where we're right now is just this boarded up building here, and the theater itself was. The exterior they didn't mess up too bad, although the marquee they had put wood over, so that had to be restored.
Wow.
The only thing that's missing from the old days is originally on the marquee, so you have the length part, there used to be a vertical part that said wealthy, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's gone, unfortunately. And
It's too bad they couldn't have saved it.
No, it's, yeah, we don't have no idea whatever happened to that. It would be cool if we still had it, but, you know, it's one of those things that's, nobody notices it not being there, so. We also, about 6 or 7 years ago, did this little room here, which we use for smaller events. Because this used to be just sort of a multi-purpose room. And since we also own the building 2 doors down, which has a couple dance studio rooms that rented, we decided to like turn this into a little movie screening room. So this is micro cinema.
Wow.
So this seats 60. And so this is available at a much lower price than the big auditorium for if people want to do a smaller screening or a private event. You know, it's good for that. You know, obviously it's modern style seating. They're actually more comfortable than the old school seats. Not that those are bad, but these are...
The newer ones are much more comfortable.
That is all our installation piece has to do with. So this is called the Koning Micro Cinema. It's named after Dirk Koning. Dirk was the original executive director of the Media Center. He started it way back in 1980 when it was just GRTV, and was executive director all up until 2005 when he passed away unexpectedly. I think he was only 48 at the time.
Young.
Yeah, but so this room's named after him, and the bells, it has to do with the story that's related there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's another little plaque just explaining the purpose of this room. And there's a picture, you can sort of see them. This room was made possible. The West Michigan Film and Video Alliance put in a lot of work, and Bob Goodrich of Goodrich Quality Theaters and Win Irwin of Irwin Seating, they did quite a bit as far as helping us out, getting the seating and the projector and stuff. This is where people get ready, and then
backstage.
the lights on real quick behind them. So this gives you an idea of the size of the stage. So for a movie, we roll these speakers out.
Okay.
And they work in conjunction. There's subwoofers under the stage, and then those surround speakers on the walls.
Wow.
And then there's a totally separate sound system for the live music events, because you don't want to run live music through a movie sound system.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
It's like plugging a guitar into your home stereo. It's not.
Yeah.
They're not built for those same types of
acoustics and yeah.
Okay, so that's these rooms. So then this is back, just goes out to this back area. So there's a large parking lot back there that belongs to us.
Oh,
so
okay.
Anybody can park back there. This lot's city parking, so people can use it too. It doesn't.
I parked right up front here, so I wasn't.
There's plenty of street parking as well.
Yeah.
So we're pretty lucky for being in the city as far as parking.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, is there parking around here?
Yeah, and I kind of was too late to get out and cut all this stuff down before it got cold, but we had this all redone and landscaped. There used to be just this like little ramp. We had this vestibule put in and this round ramp and landscape. Did that about 10 years ago as well, about the same time we did the micro cinema.
That's cool.
Sort of beautified, and the back parking lot as well. Had that fixed up recently.
So this here, guys, was the original ticket booth, like he was saying, from the building. This is where you would purchase your movie tickets or whatever, right here. And this is the concession stand, which was right there, is where the concessions and stuff where you bought your candy and everything else. And this here was a full wall. This was 2 separate rooms. Pretty cool. Or 2 separate buildings. That's right. This is such a beautiful old building, man. They did a really good job of fully restoring this whole place. Wow. This is awesome. All the way down to the floor. Said at one point these were 2 separate buildings. They combined them into one. They're both historic buildings also. But this is their office, where their office side is. And on this side is where the theater is at. And he said these are original poster, where they put the posters and stuff in. These are original except for the wood. All this side's been revitalized. This is East Town. All these buildings have been revitalized for other purposes, or been repurposed. This would have been the door you would have walked in for the concession stand, he said. The original concession stand would have been right here. All these old buildings. Pretty awesome. Down to the original brick roads. hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. You guys get a chance to come down and check out East Town on Wealthy Street, and definitely come to the Wealthy Theater. It is definitely well worth a visit. You guys will definitely love the old Wealthy Theater. It's pretty awesome. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button, guys, and leave me some comments and let me know what you thought of the place, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Have a great day.